So I was organizing my songs in my library on iTunes, and I was kind of organizing them into solos for girls and solos for boys and duets, and I even broke up the solos into serious songs and like more dramatic or serious songs, or fun songs or serious songs. And and so I was going through it, and one of the categories I had is solo women serious songs in musical theater. And so I thought I'd make a video because I kind of organized it and even put it from my best to worst. And while there's well over 100 songs on this list, um, I thought I'd make a video about my top 20 and to share with other people to say what songs I really think are good songs. If you think they're great, cool, and um, feel free to buy them. And then if there's any that I like totally missed that you guys think are great, please tell me. I only know like 120 musicals, which is quite a few, but it still means I'm just scratching the surface because there's a whole lot more. So I thought before I started going into my list of 20, which you could check out there right on the side, actually on this side, you could check out my list of 20 is right over there. But you might listen to it first because otherwise it kind of just spoils the ending. So, but I thought I'd give props to a couple other songs just before I go that I think are really good, but didn't quite make my list of 20. So I thought I'd go through those real fast. Better from Little Women, What I Did from Love for Love, a chorus line, Stranger in the Rain, Children of Eden, Little Lamb from Gypsy, The Fire Within Me, Little Women, a part of that, Last 5 Years, I'm Not That Girl from Wicked, The Beauty Is from The Light in the Piazza, See I'm Smiling, The Last 5 Years, Come to Your Senses, Tick Tick Boom, My Child Will Forgive Me Parade, and On My Own from Les Mis. So those were a couple I thought I'd give a shout out to before I started going into my list. Also, to talk about my list a little, I my list doesn't have very many old songs. Actually, just two of the older genre that are made like before 1980, maybe. And I can make a video about it, but I do think that I do tend to enjoy more modern musicals. I do know the old musicals really well. I do like a lot of things about them. However, I do find the music, and especially women's solos in particular, to be, I like them a lot better in modern musicals than in the older musicals for the most part. So I thought I'd go through them. Starting off with number 20, I Dreamed a Dream from Les Mis. Great song. It has a great progression, really sad, miserable song, which is going to be a theme to all of these. The more emotional and depth a song has, the more brilliant I tend to find it. So, yeah. The next one is I'm Not Afraid of Anything from Songs for a New World. This one I had a problem putting in dramatic or fun. It's kind of in between. But really sweet song, and I really think it's a great piece. Number 18 is from Fiddler on the Roof, and that is Far From the Home I Love. The recording I have of it I don't like very much, but it was actually, Fiddler on the Roof was one of the first musicals I got to know pretty well. And this song I fell in love with, which is a big reason that I ended up, really going for musical theater more. So number 17, Maybe This Time from Cabaret. Great, like powerful, miserable song. So yeah, I just thought list that. Go on to 16, the other older musical, Kiss Me Kate, and the song is So in Love. I think it's a really sweet song. Cole Porter is just a brilliant writer. He's my favorite older songwriter. The way he adds lyrics into the song, they unite so well. That's one of my criticisms of Andrew Lloyd Webber, of Rodgers and Hammerstein, is that their lyrics and their melodies just don't work so well, in my opinion. And Cole Porter they're just so tight, and so yeah. Anyway, number 15, Stars and the Moon. Stars and the Moon from Songs from a New World. Jason Robert Brown is my absolute favorite musical theater composer. Same thing as Cole Porter. The lyrics and the music just go so freaking well together. He just has so much in-depth emotional and understanding of psychology in his songs that it's just really amazing to listen to him. I love all of his musicals. So that's number 15. Number 14, Back to Before from Ragtime. Ragtime was was the first professional play I ever saw. probably, if not my best soundtrack, probably number 2 or 3, competing with a couple Jason Robert Brown musicals. And just a powerful, great song of independence and strength, which I tend to like in women. Number 13 from the musical 13, random coincidence, it wasn't intended. What It Means to Be a Friend. At first, I didn't like this song that much. Listening to it, I don't like the High School Musical, Spring Awakening. I'm really not fond of the, kid musicals very much. Even a lot of the pop musicals, Footloose and Grease. I don't really like those very much. This one, it's not quite that bad. And at first I didn't like this song, but it really grew on me and I liked it. I better hurry. I'm running out of time. Next, there's A Fine, Fine Line, number 12 from Avenue Q. Really sweet song. Number 11, I Still Believe from Miss Saigon. Real powerful. Schoenberg really has a one-dimensional style. However, he still does offer a lot of that one dimension with Miss Saigon, the Pirate Queen, Les Mis, yes, and which leads us into number 10, Woman from the Pirate Queen. Really great song. I actually kind of found it as like this hidden gem because I don't know anyone that's ever really listened or even went to this musical or anything like that. So I really liked it. Woman from the Pirate Queen. Number 9, beautiful melody, even though I always criticize Andrew Lloyd Webber so heavily. Unexpected Song from Song and Dance. He has 2 songs from Song and Dance that are just glorious. I don't like a lot of his other work. I tend to find it pretty boring, and the melody just doesn't seem to correlate with the words very well. Number 8, another gem that I don't know if many people saw is Just Not Now from I Love You Because, which is actually a lot of cute music from that soundtrack, so I suggest to check that out. Number 7, a devastatingly wonderful song from a great soundtrack, You Don't Know This Man from Parade, just great song. The top 6 were a little bit harder to distinguish between them because, gosh, these were really good. Number 6, Astonishing from Little Women. Great song. The last minute and a half, I think, is just one of the best minutes and a half of musical theater. It's glorious, ambitious, strong, just great. I loved it. So it starts off okay, but just gosh, that when it goes, here I go, and there's no turning back. Great, strong. Going into number 5, Gimme Gimme from Thoroughly Modern Millie. Another song, it starts off, it just has this beautiful art going from, tentative to demanding and powerful at the end. Brilliant song. Number 4 is the other Andrew Lloyd Webber song that I adore, and that's Tell Me on a Sunday from Song and Dance. I've never even seen it. I've never heard of anyone that saw it, but these 2 songs from Song and Dance are great, and I don't really like much of Andrew Lloyd Webber's other work. Number 3, Still Hurting from the Last 5 Years. Oh, what a great song. I've listened to it probably over 50 or 60 times. Just really beautifully written and emotionally so deep and great. Number 2, this one I just discovered in the last month, and it's Breathe from In the Heights. Okay, I have to suggest this so much. In the Heights, the soundtrack is kind of hit or miss. There's a couple songs I really like, and Util, this one, another one that I forget its name. And then a lot of hip-hop kind of music, which I'm really not a hip-hop kind of guy at all. But Breathe from In the Heights, just, devastatingly wonderful song. Just brilliant. And then my favorite song of female serious solos in musical theater. A lot of amendments there. Is Your Daddy's Son from Ragtime. Just Audra McDonald, who sings it on most of the recordings probably, just a brilliant singer, and it's just so passionate. It was written specifically for her by Stephen Flattery, and it's just brilliant, and it's so sad, trying to kill your own son almost, so there you go. If there's any I missed, if there's any that you're like, hey, Aaron, how the heck could you miss this one? It's so great. Leave a comment down there. I'm actually always interested in learning more music and getting more things to hand out to my students and stuff like that. But otherwise, that's about it. Feel free to leave a comment. I always appreciate comments. And that's about it. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.